in this section we are looking at question 7, which is a problem solving question on the CXC examination yearly. This one is the January 2021, comes at number 7. If we quickly read this, it says the diagram below shows a sequence of figures made up of circles with dots, as you could see. Each figure has 1 dot at the center and 4 dots on the circumference of each circle. You could see that. The radius of the first circle is 1 unit. The radius of each new circle is 1 unit greater than the radius of the previous circle, except for the first figure. A portion of each of the other figures is shaded. So you could see all that, everything that they said here, you're seeing it here, and it is actually in the table. So basically what we need to do is just to look at the table and study the pattern. One of the things I could tell you about this table is that every column is linked to this. So there is a direct relationship from this column, which is the figure number, to every other column in any question in CXC at this level. This column is always linked to the rest. You're able to find a relationship there. All right, let us now go to filling out. So we're supposed to complete here and complete here. Let's look. If we look here, this column, and look if we could find a relationship to the number of dots, you would see that it is simply 4 times this plus 1, and we get that. So 4 times 1 plus 1 give us 5, 4 times 2, which is 8, plus 1 give us 9, 4 times 3 plus 1 gives us 13, and so on. So therefore, we could find this 2 ways. If you look going down, we're adding 4, so definitely this is 21. But if we also apply the relationship with this column and this column, you will see that 4 5s, 4 times 5 plus 1 will give us 21 as well. All right, so basically we're looking at that. So if I should fill out this column down here, let me extend it, zoom it up. We're looking at n, so it's 4 times anything here, so it's going to be 4 times n, and we're adding 1 to that. So that is the idea, 4n plus 1 for this idea, since we have a figure which is called n. Let's go to the next column. We could look. I'm looking at square numbers here. Definitely 1 1 give me 1 pi, 2 2 give me 4 pi, 3 3 is 9 pi, 4 4 16 pi, and it goes on. So basically we square this column with a pi. So we have n square pi, and that's the relationship here, n square pi. So if n is 5, it's going to be 5 5 25, and then a pi. Let's go to the next column here. When you look carefully at the column, we're seeing 1 1, I'm seeing 2 with a 3, 3 with a 5, and 4 with a 7. If I look going down, I could pick up the idea just going down, because definitely this is going to be 9 pi if I'm using the pattern coming down. Also, if I'm really looking, I could see that 2 times this and I take 1. Like for example, 2 times 1, take 1, give me 1 pi. 2 times 2, which is 4, and I take 1, I get 3 pi. 2 times 3, which is 6, and I take 1, I get 5 pi. 2 times 4, 8, take 1, 7, and the same thing goes on. So by the time I reach to n, I am looking at 2n minus 1, yeah, 2n minus 1, and then we also have pi attached to that, okay? So 2n minus 1 pi, all right? That is what really worked this out. All right, let's come to the other column here. If we look carefully, we're seeing something here again. We could just find this number here for 1, because this is 2, then 6, then 12, so we're adding. By the time I reach here, it's gonna be 30, because I'm looking at, firstly, I see we add 4, then we add 6, then we add 8, then I'm going to add 10. So it's 30 pi just by going there. However, there is a direct link from this column to that. All right, so let us find that link. Look at it carefully. we're seeing here that if I have n and I times it by one more, for example, 1 times 2 give me 2, 2 times 3 give me 6, 3 times 4 give me 12, 4 times 5 give me 20, 5 times 6 give me 30. Okay, so if I have n, then it's going to be n times n plus 1. N times n plus 1 with the pi attached to it, and that would give me whatever this is. Alright, so there it is. We'll complete the table there, and let's try to finish the other two questions quickly. Alright, let's go to the next page. Alright, so on the next page they're saying determine the value of n when the number of dots is 544. Remember, we just found out from the previous table the number of dots can be represented by 4n plus 1. We can find the number of dots this way. So if the number of dots is equal to 541, we could simply solve for n. So 4n is equal to 541 minus 1. 4n is equal to 540 divided by 4 divided by 4. And our answer is n is going to equal to this is about 135. Yeah, so it's 135, right? So 135 would be that figure that would have produced that amount of dots. We capture this 2 marks easily. Let's go up. Write down in terms of p and pi the area of the largest circle. So the area of the largest circle, if we go back, let me just show you back quickly. Here it is, the largest right here, this area of the largest. We found out that it is n squared pi. So let's go back. N squared pi for the figure, where n is that figure. So this time the figure is 3p. So it's gonna be 3p square. You understand? Then pi, because this is the figure. Remember, we're linking it to n squared pi. Now n is gonna be 3p. So we're dealing with 3p square. All right. So let's just do that. So 3p square, we're looking at there, we're looking at 3p square. So this is going to definitely give us 9p square and pi. And that is for the mark. And there it is, question 7, the problem solving question, January 2021. Thank you for watching.